Testing, 1, 2, 3. That's all right. I'll be right in front. There we go. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Going to start. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We're going to start with our centering chant, I am so blessed, and Mr. David is going to lead us off with that.
Hello. Are we live? Are we live?
We are live.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed.
we have Miss Susan Seal. Thank you, David, so much. We have Miss Susan Seal coming up. She's going to go through our announcements for today.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Any of the information I'm going to be speaking about will be on our website at venturacsl.org, as well as information will be at our concierge desk in the social hall. If you have any questions about any church activities, please see an ambassador who is wearing a teal stole. Will they please raise their hands, please?
Mark?
There we are, Mark.
Charlotte?
All right, wonderful. So we have some upcoming classes. Heartivism Part 2 with Reverend Bonnie. This class is about continuing to co-create a world that works for everyone. The class is in person and on Zoom for 6 weeks. The in-person dates start on Thursday, May 23rd, 6:30 to 8:30. The Zoom on May 24th, Friday, 11:30 to 1. There is a new membership class, June 9th, noon to 1. It's a Sunday. There's sign up in the social hall. Reverend Bonnie and Reverend Jennifer are here to answer any questions you may have about being a member. Music as a spiritual practice, Saturday, June 15th, 1:30 to 5 with Mary Kerrigan. Through the use of music, participants will be encouraged to develop an ongoing practice for transformational growth, and this is priceless pricing. Also, volunteers make our church a welcome place. Many opportunities are here to serve. We have lots of openings. Please talk to Bonnie Austin, our volunteer coordinator.
Bernie Austin.
Bernie Dyson, sorry. Bernie. And we also have Building Appreciation Day, another time you can volunteer. And that will be on July 13th. More details to come. So after service, you're welcome to join us in the social hall for hospitality. Check out our bookstore or our free giveaway table. Also, our practitioners will be up front for 1-minute miracles following the service. They're happy to help you. For those at home watching, please share our Facebook live stream link with your friends and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And one final reminder, our Gourmets for God events start up very soon, and if you have not yet made a payment, please do that before the end of the month. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. So now we have, what do we have? We have Miss Susie coming forward with the youth, and Miss Susie with Youth and Family, and she's...
I'm going to stand today so I can
Yes.
be heard. I'm going to have all the youth come up. Thank you, David. I'm still trying to figure out how to handle a book, microphone, all the kids. I'm going to have my staff come up with them. I'm working on growing another arm or two. Hi, want to sit right there? We should have, okay. Any of other youth, you want to come forward? Come on out. Okay, all right. What we wanted to share with you today is a book called, okay, Dinosaurs Don't Meditate, by Catherine Bailey. Now, Rex was a rockishly rough, terrifically tough Tyrannosaurus. Thank you for your patience while I turn these pages. Okay, I'm going to try it one more time. Sam was not. Even so, they had a dynamite friendship. Oh, they did everything together. Until I need a break to meditate. Yes. Sam invited Rex to join him, and so he did. Are we done yet? Oh, just breathe. Rex was not having it. Dinos do not meditate. Dinos romp and brawl. Dinos never ever stop. Dinos maim and maul. Hi, guys. Sam politely disagreed and led the velociraptors through a guided breathing exercise about fluffy clouds. Close your eyes, claws on your thighs, count to 10, and find your zen. Fine. Rex could run around with Allosaurus or tear it up with pterodactyl. I have to lick my finger to get these open. Rex stewed, Rex brewed, and Rex poo-pooed. You'll never catch this dino resting peacefully. Mantras, incense, boring. Who agrees with me? Oh, hi. Don't be irate. Meditate. Give breath a chance. Less mutilation, more contemplation. We won't live forever. Let's play, rock out, have fun. Smashing and crashing and thrashing. You coming? Anyone? All Rex heard was a giant prehistoric crickets. So, he stomped off without his friends and without looking. Uh-oh. Fine. He just sat calmly on his bottom. But what if his buddies... Oh, what if Sam forgot him? He panicked. He went manic. Rex erupted. It was exhausting. So Rex closed his eyes and counted to 10. 1, 2, help me out here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And inhaled. And then his back relaxed as he blew through his snout. And when he stretched his wee arms, his tail slid right out. Rex realized there in the dirt that slow, calm breaths actually work. Rex realized something else, too. I'm sorry. I was rowdy and loud, wound up and wired, fearsomely fun and terribly tired. I had to get stuck to sit still and see that we all need a break, even tough guys like me. Sam gave Rex a heartfelt hug. Bad days happen, it's all right. Even friends can fuss and fight. It's so cool you changed your mood. You're just a mindful dude. Rex grinned. Rex and Sam spent some time romping between boulders and spiny plants, and when they grew tired, they sat. It can be fun to rampage and riot and enjoy some peace and quiet. Children, can you help me? The end. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You are the face of God. Now we have our practitioner in training almost completely baked, right? You're almost done. Almost done. Mark Lager is going to start us off with the invocation. If we can have all of the practitioners and ministers.
Please stand. Please stand as we support this community of love and life. And taking a deep breath, I know that there is but one God, one life, one energy through all, in all. And I know that that energy, that love is within me, and I know that it is within each and every one of us. I know that this service is blessed. I know that the words that we hear today are wisdom for our soul. I know that the music is blessed and is an inspiration to each and every one of us. I know that everything that happens today is part of the grand design and plan in our lives. And I give thanks for each and every one of us. Give thanks for where we are right here and right now. And I plant my words deep within the law, deep within that mind of God. And together we say, and so it is.
Staying in that place, that heart-centered place that Mark so beautifully brought us to. Reading an excerpt from The Finished Kingdom by Lillian de Waters. Truth is not something that is made or set aside or created by thought or created by feeling. Truth is above all thought and all feeling. Truth is that which is undefilable, that which is indestructible, that which is unspoilable is truth. That which is immaculate, glorious, and triumphant is truth. And knowing that that truth is in the center of every single one of us, that center and that truth is who we really are. Staying in that space, that heart space. Let's do our meditative chant, I am remembering.
I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering
and resting in that stillness and that place of remembrance, holding that place forth as we gently open our eyes in love and in service to what is, as it is, and so it is.
Good morning. There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all by myself. Didn't know the strength of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. Now if you are discouraged, trying to make it through another day, you gotta let go, let it all go. And this is what you have to say: I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Well, I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. Oh, I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Well, I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Chris.
It's so awesome when we have people singing in here. All right, so good morning. Who am I? I am Reverend Jennifer Gadberry Hadris. Let me read my notes. I should have slides coming up, maybe. That's me. And my talk today is seriously? Reverend Bonnie found this book. She's taking a class, and it's called The Finished Kingdom. And I got the used copy. This copy was published in 1924. Smells good. I love old books. And I'm like, what? So that was the reading that I did. This is written by Lillian de Waters. And like I said, 1924, she channeled a ton of books. She has over 30 books. So this is, I'm not going to read it again because you all heard it before the meditation. And that's what she starts with, right? That this is the truth of who we are. There is this truth that which is, undefilable. There's a part of each one of us that is undefilable. That is the truth. You're undefilable. And that's a pretty short book, right? That's like one page, and there's a lot of pages here. And it's like, how many different ways can you say that? So it's really cool is she starts telling some really fun stories in here. I'm not going to tell all of them. There's one in here that I like. She's visiting a family, her family, and the family has a bunch of little kids. And one of the little boys keeps punching his siblings, screaming, it's mayhem. I recognize that. I've seen that once or twice, heard that once or twice in my home and other people's homes. And Ms. DeWater says she got down on her knees and she prayed for 2 hours. 2 hours she stayed in prayer and knowing the truth. And the little boy never struck his sibling again. Never. And he grew up to be an upstanding citizen because that's what prayer does. It casts out demons. Demons be gone. You're never going to hit your siblings again. And I'm like, sure. I've raised kids, like, sure that happened. But I'm sure that he did grow up to be a wonderful human being. He has a loving family and everything. So there's a bunch of other stories in here of how prayer worked, and so I'm not going to tell you all of them. You can find them for yourself if you're so disposed. But later on, the reason I said seriously was, this is what Reverend Bonnie said, old school metaphysics, right? So she's got a chapter on casting out demons. She's got a chapter on raising the dead, and she's got a chapter on preaching the gospel. And all of those things make me kind of, give me a little heartburn, right? A little, no, what? And then when you read what she says and what she means by those words, because those words I've been trained to believe are of fire and brimstone, but when you read what she says, it sounds a little different. It sounds a little bit more like what we have here. So I'm going to read another part. She's talking about the Christ consciousness. So you hear here, Ernest Holmes will say, Jesus found the Christ consciousness within himself. And Jesus is not an exception. Jesus is the example. And she has a different way of stating that statement that I really like. She says, Jesus Christ as Emmanuel, God with us, is the true self, the divinity of us, the perfect man. This is the universal Christ. This is the cosmic Christ. This is the Christ of God. Let us suppose that a handful of diamonds are lying in the dirt. I happen to have a picture of that right here. So let's suppose that a handful of diamonds are lying in the dirt. They are covered with mud and layer upon layer of soot and slime. Some are black, some are brown, some are one shape, some are another. As they are gathered together, lo, there comes into their midst a flaming white light, a magnificent white stone, which sparkles and dazzles and is brighter than the sun. They have never seen such a stone before, nor ever even heard that there was such a marvelous stone. Little do they dream that each one of them, each separate ball of dirt, is at its very center the same brilliant diamond. If acid and tools and skill and labor were applied, instead of the handful of black mud balls, there would lie a handful of precious gems, the very same as the spotless white diamond facing them. So she goes on to say that's the truth of our center, is that white stone. Every single one of us is that white stone. Every single person you meet is that white stone. Every time you look in the mirror, that's who you are. That's Christ consciousness. And it's like, all right, so how do you do that? And she talks about those, like, you work on it, acid and these things. And we teach this stuff here. I just taught a class, spiritual principles and practices. The Centers for Spiritual Living have a list of spiritual principles and practices, and we're going to do those, and we're going to teach you how to do them, and you're going to float out of here like a lotus on the mud. And it's like, yeah, I'm going to meditate, I'm going to pray, I'm going to do my spiritual mind treatment, I'm going to do these things. And then this is an actual card I got from a friend here. And it says, I meditate, I do yoga, and I still want to smack someone. That's not very Jesus-like. Well, actually, it is Jesus-like, right? He flipped over some tables and everything, but it's really not the truth of who we are. It's not that Christ consciousness. It's not that gleaming white stone. That gleaming white stone doesn't want to smack anybody. So I have to remember, another great teacher, Ram Dass, that we're all just walking each other home. And I love that, because we're all that pile of diamonds. We're all got a little mud, a little slime, every single one of us. It's part of being human, and it's part of what we're here to do. We're here to grow. We're here to remember. I don't know this for a fact, but I believe it's true because it sounds true to me, that we are here to evolve. Our souls are here to evolve. And how we evolve is through forgetting what our true self is, and then working on that, removing the layers and things to remember what we really are. And that's how we evolve. In biology, if you grow trees in a greenhouse and they aren't exposed to any kind of wind or any kind of diversity, they're growing in a treehouse, or in a greenhouse, and they don't experience the elements. They'll get to a certain height and then they fall over. True story. I've got the references if you want to, but they'll fall over, and now and then they have to just live like this. So I think that that's part of our evolution. Is we come here, and we're not here to just be like, I am a diamond, I'm shining bright like a diamond. No, well we are sometimes, but that's not really gonna help your tree grow. You actually have to work and remember. And the working and remember helps you grow into that true bright stone, that big bright stone. So I like math. I'm good at math. So if we have Lillian DeWater saying, we are all beautiful diamonds that just have a little stuff on us. And then our experiences, but I want to smack somebody. And then Ram Dass says, but you're just here to walk each other home. What does that all mean? What is that when you add everything up to each other? And I think that means that we're all here to help each other see our blind spots. We all have blind spots. I'm not going to talk about driving because that's kind of Bonnie's thing, but backing into things, you have blind spots. But we all have other blind spots in our lives. We have behaviors that we do unconsciously. We have things that we don't even know we're doing. Public speaking, you can hear me every once in a while. I will say, that's like, don't say that. It's unconscious. It's an unconscious thing that we do. So that's it. Short talk. No, we're going to take a page from Ms. DeWaters. I'm going to tell you a story. Story time. It's not as fun as the dinosaur story, but in our household, we have a beloved family member that a few years ago developed a really chronic snoring problem. I can talk about it now because, we're still alive and we all made it through it. But so a really chronic snoring problem. And snoring is such a funny thing because everybody here at one time in your life, you've snored. I have actually heard myself when someone said, you snored. I'm like, I don't snore. Which I know is a total lie, right? I know it's a lie. As it was coming out of my mouth, I know it's a lie because I wake myself up snoring. So I have woken myself up snoring and rolled over to kick Mr. Bill, like, stop snoring, and he's not even in the bed. It's like, I guess it's just me in here snoring. So our beloved family member, I'm not going to out which one, developed a chronic snoring problem. And it was so bad that even with doors closed, bedroom doors closed, it was affecting everyone in the house's sleep. I mean, we were worried that the pictures were going to come falling off of the wall. I mean, it was bad. It was bad. And so we tell our beloved, just like this, beloved, the snoring is bad, and you need to sleep on your side or something. You need to fix the snoring because it's really bad. And beloved's like, no, it's fine. I'm fine. And then beloved goes camping with friends, and beloved's friends say, I'm sure very gently and quietly and calmly, beloved, the snoring. We're pretty sure you scared all of the wildlife all night. We thought there was a bear, and it was just you. And beloved, the snoring, it's really bad. And the beloved's like. Then beloved crashed on a friend's couch with a couple other friends in an apartment. And the people that were at the apartment were like, beloved, we're afraid that we're going to get evicted because there was so much noise in this place last night. So finally, beloved, thank goodness. So this is where we come to a choice, right? There's a choice. Now, beloved could dig in. I don't snore. Why are you picking on me? Why is everyone always picking on me? I don't snore. It's not even something I'm doing on purpose. I'm asleep. Why are you yelling at me? You're attacking me for something that I'm not doing on purpose. I'm not malicious. I'm not running some psyops, like sleep deprivation experiment on my family. Like, I'm sleeping. I'm trying to sleep. But people are kicking me, telling me to roll over all the time. I'm not getting any sleep. So they could dig in and be like, why are you attacking me? Thank goodness Beloved did not do that, because we would have had to throw Beloved into a tent or something in the backyard. But instead, Beloved goes, maybe you're right. I don't know. I'll go to a doctor or something. We'll find something. So, and intervention, found the right intervention for themselves. First night using the intervention. The next morning, Beloved remembers that Beloved is a morning person. The whole house was lighter. Everybody woke up. I was even almost a morning person. It's like we got a full night of sleep. It's quiet, blissful sleep. The cats were happy. Everybody oh. And Beloved goes, oh, maybe I was snoring. maybe I was doing that. So I bring that up because I love that example, because it is an unconscious behavior. Like I said, it's not malicious. They're not doing it on purpose. And we all have behaviors that we are doing maybe unconsciously. We react. We have a lizard brain. That lizard brain wants us to fight, flight, or freeze when we feel stress, right? You're going to do whatever. Mine is fight all the time. And some people they're out of there. Just depends on your personality and your behavior that you do unconsciously. In this situation, even though that the behavior isn't malicious, it was affecting everybody. It was especially affecting the people that share a room with Beloved, right? So the kindness, the biggest kindness that if this person digs in, years ago, Bill and my first apartment, our apartment manager was telling us about her husband with the snoring, and it was when sleep apnea was like on the news all the time. And she's like, you have that, you gotta go to the doctor. And he's like, no. And she's from Houston, and she's like, I'm trying to save your life, you twit. You have to be able to listen, and if you can't listen, you're going to get banished to the tent. You're going to get banished to the guest room. You're going to get banished, because out of the kindness for the people that are being affected, they can tell you kindly and gently, and beloved, and then there's going to be consequences if you don't listen. And that's the important thing, is to remember that the consequences are also a kindness, even if it doesn't feel like a kindness. And so how do we do that? So how do we go from those diamonds there to there? Now, we all snore a little bit here and there, and so sometimes the writing of the action is stop snoring, right? Roll over. That could be your writing the action. Or I roll over, make myself stop snoring. But sometimes it's more. So, another example. Let's say you're at work and you have a troublesome person that you work with. And you feel attacked. They come at you. You're feeling attacked. That is not the time to be like, oh, tell me more, right? Tell me what my blind spots are, please. Oh, thank you so much for coming to my space and screaming at me. Thank you. No, no, that's where Bonnie's like, you don't want to be a doormat, right? But there is a gift in that communication. Even if you fight in that moment, even if you run away in that moment, even if you just freeze and you can't do anything in that moment, there still is a gift in that moment. But this person may not be someone that you can work through to find your blind spot. Because sometimes those people, when you're like, oh, I need to know what my blind spot is, and you can be asking the wrong people, right? You can be asking the people who can't see around their own blind spots, and they're gonna put all their junk on you too. That's talk about entrenching, and then they entrench too, and then you're both just operating from blind spots. So what you need to do is, in ministerial school, I have a group of friends, and they like to use the term sangha, which is a Buddhist. In the general sense, it's kind of a Buddhist group that live together. David mentioned it yesterday during the VCSL meditation. But I like to call them my trust posse. So you got to have a trust posse. And have you ever heard those old westerns? I watched a lot of old westerns when I was a kid, and the sheriff needs somebody to help. We got to find those culprits. We're going to find those bad guys. We're going to find my blind spot. We're going to find my behavior, and we're going to make a trust posse. We're going to badge them with our little hearts here. There we go. We're trust posseing now. You're going to find your trust posse. And those people are going to do a few things. And it can be a practitioner, it could be your spouse, you'll find who your trust posse is. And it doesn't have to be one person every time. It can be trusted people that can listen to what's happening and help you find your blind spot. You have a hard time at work. Someone feels like they're always attacking you. I can never do anything right. This person is just, nah. Now, sometimes you just want to vent about that, and a spouse can be good for that, right? You just vent. And if you have a well-trained spouse, the well-trained spouse is like, do you want me to help you fix it, or you want to just vent? Usually like that, like with something between you, like, oh, what's happening? I'm venting. Okay, great. Just vent away. I'm going to be over here cutting vegetables. That's what Bill does. He cuts vegetables while I'm... But when I'm ready to see my blind spots, I can say, this is happening again. And it's somebody else this time. And it's somebody else this time. And why is this happening? What is happening? Why is this happening again? And I just want to smack somebody, and then I don't want to smack somebody. Like, that's not right. I don't want to do that. A trusted person could be like, okay. I can hear what you're saying. And they mirror it back. And a trusted person, so this is what we're going to do. When we have classes here, we talk about how we listen with the heart. Well, we listen with the heart, and we speak from the heart. And what does that mean in this instance? So in a class, you're sharing, and really we're listening just to give people a place to have their voices heard. But if you're working trust posse time, and you're like, no, I really want to work on this blind spot that I have, you have this trusted person will come sit with you, and you just say, oh, they're saying these things about me. They're saying I'm not. Old one, right? I'm not trustworthy. They're saying I'm unreliable. They're saying I'm not providing what I was supposed to be doing. They're saying I'm falling short, and I'm not. And I showed them. Bam, bam, bam. Look, I did all of these things, and they're wrong. They're wrong. And I told them they're wrong. How'd that work out for you? Your trusted person can say, okay, they are harsh. They're being harsh, and they are off a little bit. Can you hear me say where I see where they're coming from? Can you hear me say where you have this blind spot? Can I show you where your whatever is translating into this? That's speaking from the heart. That's listening with the heart. That's looking at the beloved diamond in front of you and going, I know you're a beloved diamond. And I know you've got this schmutz on you, right? You got this little, let's clean that off for you, right? But you can't do that for somebody. They have to do it for themselves. But you can point to it lovingly and kindly. And that's what it means to be a heart posse member. You put your little heart posse on. And if you have enough people that you can do that with, you can do that for them too. So that is the assignment this week. We're going to all turn into heart posse, trust posse people. So there's their little heart. So we got trust posse rules. What are you guys over there giggling? Sorry, I'm easily distracted. My sanga's over there not doing something. So trust posse rules, right? So trust posse, we're going to put our little heart pins on when they come in. They're on order. Don't. So we have to be willing to listen with the heart. We have to be willing to not entrench in our righteousness. Oh man, I love to be righteous. I have so much righteous indignation. Oh yeah, it's like a comfortable blanket to put on, right, until it's too hot, right? So we don't entrench. In the snoring situation where your beloved trust posse is actually the people that are being affected by your behavior, it's a little more immediate. So you have people in your life that you can absolutely believe what they are saying to you. You do. You have people in your life that you can absolutely believe. So when they are saying things to you, when you feel attacked, take a breath and don't entrench. Don't get righteous. I didn't want to put that. I really didn't want it because that means I have to do that this week. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And it's easier to do this when we remember that we are all those diamonds. We are all God. We all have the Christ consciousness. All of us. The person that's at work, the person that's, in the parking lot, we are all Christ. So we remember that. An easy way to not entrench is to explore behavior and not label each other. So, my beloved family member is not a snorer. They are a beloved that snores. And it seems subtle, right? It seems subtle, but it's not you are a flake. It is you did not provide these things that you said you were going to do. You're a snorer. You're awful. No, you snore and it affects me. So just remember to explore behavior with the people around you, not label them. And then we're not fixing. There's nothing to be fixed. We can't, as much as I want, come here. Actually, with my kids, it's always stick out your own tongue, because I'm like, stick out your tongue, and then I will clean their face, right? You don't want to do that with people, trust me. And you can't in this situation. We just can't. We can show them where something needs to be done, but everyone has to do it for themselves. It's that you can take a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Right? And I mean, that's a rub, right? That's the rub. You can't I can see. I am here and I see your big blind spot right here. Look at this. There's only so much of that you can do. And if they can't hear, maybe you explore where you're entrenched and where they're entrenched and give it some space. Come back and revisit it. And that's what you're going to do. So, that's your assignment for the week. Everybody got it down? We are listening with the heart. We are speaking with the heart. We are not entrenching. We're not being righteous. And we're not fixing anyone. All right. We're going to close out with an affirmation. Maybe. Let's see. Oh, there we go. All right. So let's all, oh, nope. I like that bird going backward. Never mind. So let's all say this together. I will listen with my heart. I will speak from my heart. And I help myself and my beloveds remember the truth of who and we are. And so it is. So it is. Hi, Lonnie.
Thank you, Jennifer.
You're welcome.
This is such a beautiful place to practice those.
All
Like
right.
practice doing something different, like listening. But trust me, I would get your posse together because it's sort of like praying for patience.
Oh, yeah. We don't do that.
No.
Don't do that.
Because
Beware.
you'll get a lot to practice on. So you got to have your friends and your church members to support you as you navigate this new way. Because sometimes it's better to trudge along together.
Sometimes.
So, and I understand we're doing the offering a little differently.
We're all going to read it together.
We're going to read it together. Yay.
Yay.
Okay.
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
We trust in spirit. Love is the giver and receiver of all that we are. We offer this gift. It is an outer expression of our inner abundance and compassion. Our gifts bless many and return to us multiplied in miraculous ways so that we may give again. And so it is.
You guys are awesome.
She's coming.
Of course, today's the day I chose to sit on the other side of the sanctuary before I could get to the microphone. So I am here to do the final affirmation of today. In every part of our lives, we are love. We share love. We serve love. Thank you for our lives. And so it is.
So it is. Thank you, Susan. Namaste.